What is up? Alright, so this is the little after video thing that I'm adding in the front. At the end of the video, I will go over what I kind of figured out after I did this video, because I have gone out there a few more times. So stay to the end of the video and see if you guys can help me, if you guys are Ford guys or any just general mechanics. Like I said, I'm still learning. Alright guys, so little bit change of plans. I ended up buying something this weekend that I really didn't need to buy, but I really couldn't pass up the deal. Let me get out and I'll show you what it is. So there she is. It's a 1995 F-150 5.0. I originally thought it was the inline 6. That's how the ads sold it. But it turned out being the 5.0. No bed. I did get tires for it, but I got it, or 35s for the front too. It will be the new mud truck project. For the most part though, I mean, everything's there. There's some problems with it. I mean, of course the bed isn't. She starts. She won't stay running right now. Do not know why 100%. I don't know if I'm getting fuel up here. Because when I spray starter fluid in, she starts right up, no problem, no hesitation. It just seems like the fuel pump may not be kicking, or the fuel filter itself is clogged, not allowing enough fuel to get through, which is a strong possibility for how old the truck is. She's in rough shape. She's got 168,000 miles on her, and she's been sitting for a few years. But, you know, for the price I got her for, which was well under 500, I can't beat it. She starts. I don't know about the transmission yet, but this 5.0 and transmission is very common, so parts are kind of a dime a dozen in the junkyard down here. But yeah, let me show you what she does. Alright, well, here she is. Radio works, but that's going. AC vents blow. I don't know if it's common or not, but it only blows out of the top when she's not running. When she's running, or when you go to starter, they do come out of here. I don't know if the AC actually works or not. There's probably no Freon in it, but it might work. I do got to get the belt fixed and change out a couple hoses, and I'm probably gonna cut off the heater, so I just don't have no problems with that. Like I said, let me put the key in. I mean, everything comes on. I still got to get my code reader just to check that. Like I said, we got 168,000. I don't know if it's just because I'm so out of fuel that the fuel gauge isn't reading it. I literally only have like a gallon in there. I don't know how these trucks work. Voltmeters work and all that seems to kick on, but let's see if she'll start. I'm kind of out of starter fluid. I've been trying to get her to start and stay running, seeing if the injector, but let's see if we can get her to turn over. So she kicks over, just doesn't stay running. When I spray starter fluid in it, she runs enough to where I can actually go in the back and check. She does have the rings are shot, or the oil seals, something. My oil smells like gas, and it blows blue smoke. Now, I might just dump every additive I can into her, just to try and get her so she stays running. Like I said, I'm gonna change the fuel filter. I'm gonna change the hoses. I don't really think I'm gonna focus in on rebuilding her. Not yet. This block, from what I can gather online, this block is nothing more than the 5.0 high output block. So I'm going to maybe just blow up the block. Heads are cheap for these. Blocks are relatively cheap. I really don't want to take this one out, rebuild it, and have to worry about all of that. I'd rather get a Mustang motor, bottom end, that either has already been redone or just has low miles. Something that I can rebuild at home and then not have to worry about it. Rebuild it at home, get new heads, go to the junkyard, get heads. Where the truck is, it is kind of hard to work on. It's even harder than my Dodge, because this is almost an hour away. My Dodge is like a half an hour, 40 minutes. But this isn't my house. It's a friend's house. I'm more than welcome out here anytime. That's not the problem. The problem is it's not my tools, not my thing. And I can't bring all my tools. So I might just get a motor, bring it home, work on it while I'm at home, get it all going, get it all complete, bring it out here, yank this, drop it in. And like I said, I'm probably just going to do whatever anything they sell at Pep Boys for a ring sealer. If not, I'm just going to run it once I figure out what the fuel is. And I really think it's the fuel filter that's clogging me up, because fuel pump's kicking on. Either that or I just don't have enough fuel. Comment down below if you guys are familiar with old body Fords. Do they need, is the fuel, how much fuel needs to be in the tank for it to actually register? That I don't know. I don't know how these ones work. I know my Dodge, I can get away with like a gallon or two. At least that's what I thought. I could be mistaken. Yeah, so let me know, and yeah, I'm gonna let you go right now. I gotta get out of here, go get my son. But yeah, for what it is, this is the new mud truck build. It's a complete budget build. Like I said, my goal is for less than $1,000, have this thing in the mud. Well, less than 600, I want to have this in the mud and riding. Less than 1,000 with it, a new motor. I'm gonna try and do a 4-inch lift so the 35's clear in the front. 35's in the back. I'm gonna make a plywood deck. Change out the radio, probably put some marine speakers in the door, and run it. Alright guys, so sorry the video is so short. If you like the video, like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for more old body Ford stuff. And on this weekend, I'm gonna finally finish the chairs and the Dodge, and I'm gonna finally do some and get it around, get that started to get finished up. I was having problems with the battery, so I might need to go get a new one of those. But yeah, that's it right now. So Ford and Dodge stuff coming along on this channel, and then some more off-roading. The difference is I'm gonna have more people, so it's gonna be a better video. All right guys, stay tuned, take it easy. All right, so I've gone out there a few more times. I was out there to check different things. I replaced the fuel filter. It didn't change anything. I can't seem to figure out with the fuel if I'm getting fuel. I mean, I'm getting it to the fuel rail. So that seems fine. I don't know if the pressure regulator, vacuum controlled, is off and I'm only getting it to one side, and that's what's causing it. But it's weird. Most of the time I can't get it to start right from the get-go. I have to spray starter fluid in it to get to start. So that kind of rules out, and I can hear my pump kick on for the priming. So to me that kind of rules out that the pump is bad, because I do hear it kicking on, and I'm getting pressure at the fuel rail, which in my opinion is, if I was getting pressure at the fuel rail and the pump was going bad, it would still start but not run. Now, like you've seen in the last video, or the end of the video, the spark was weak. It's yellow and it's weak. I'm a Dodge guy. From the pickup coil like that, the spark should be strong. I mean, if it's anything like that, I know they're different motors and whatnot, but it should be blue and it should be constant. At least that's how it is with the Dodge. So if that's off, let me know. I am going to check the ignition coil. I'm not looking to throw a whole lot of money into this motor just yet. I don't want to throw like $150, $200 into getting it tuned up. I'm trying to get it to run on the bare basics right now, mainly because I don't know if the transmission is 100% or if the transfer case is 100%. So I don't want to spend $200-$300 on different things, and then it turns out that, well, the tranny's shot, and I really just need to get a whole new setup. I also just don't want to throw a whole new motor in it if it turns out it's an electrical problem. Yeah, it's kind of like a toss-up. This is a Woods truck. It's going to be a 100% mud truck. So yeah, I mean, those are my biggest things. Like I said, I can keep it running on starter fluid. I can keep it running. I can by hand throttle it and keep spraying starter fluid in through the intake, and it stays running. So that is making me think that it's fuel regulated or fuel related, but at the same time, I had a very similar problem on my Dodge. I was able to literally drop gas in with a dropper through the intake to keep it running. It was running rough, way rougher than this is when I get it running with the starter fluid. But it was running, and it turned out that my spark was too weak, and it wasn't in sync because on the Dodge Ram Magnum, the spark is controlled by the flex plate, not the distributor like most cars, or the timing, which is the timing of the spark. So the spark was off. So as I dropped fuel into it, it got mixed with the air it was sucking in, and it was just kind of going to all cylinders, and that's how it was able to stay running because it wasn't relying on the injector to spray in the right cylinder. So that's making me think that maybe I have an electrical, plus the factor that this spark is yellow and weak and really like kicky, or like sporadic. But let me know. You guys know more than me on some of these things, so let me know. And yeah, I mean, just let's try and work this out. Comment down below what you think, or what you think I should check. One of the things I'm going to check this weekend and try and get a new one of, like I said, I just don't want to spend a lot of money, and they're like $60 at local shops, is a fuel regulator. I'm thinking maybe the pressure isn't there. My buddy wants to try and bypass the relay to see if we can keep the pump on 24/7 for right now, just to see if maybe it's not kicking on when the actual truck needs it. It's only priming it up, but it's kind of dying off the moment it actually tries to start. So we're going to try that. I am going to try and get a replacement coil because they shouldn't be too badly priced. I'm just trying to diagnose it all. I'm going to voltmeter, I guess, the ignition control module to see if that's it. But I'm just trying to avoid spending a lot of money. So like I said, comment down below what you think, and anything helps. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good day.